Good evening, Belize. Tonight, a brazen double murder inside a San Pedro supermarket leaves 2 men dead, 2 others wounded, and a shaken island community demanding answers. As grief turns to outrage, members of the Lebanese community take their call for justice straight to law enforcement. Also tonight, a Dangriga family mourns the devastating loss of 16-year-old Isaiah Morales, killed in a weekend shooting. And fresh scrutiny over leaked Smart Stream records. 2 Mira-related companies break their silence, but their statements leave key questions unanswered about multiple invoices and a series of payments made just below the $10,000 threshold. Plus, a growing alliance of nearly 40 organizations, businesses, and institutions is urging the government to act now on single-use plastic pollution, saying the time for delays is over. Those stories and much more right now on News 5.
Running a business means every dollar counts.
As a business owner, you face different challenges every day. You need cash flow on hand as soon as you can.
With Belize Bank's same-day settlement, transactions settled by 4 p.m. are credited the very same night.
The same-day settlement will definitely make a difference for my business because I know I have money in the bank so I can pay my suppliers, my staff, etc.
Faster access to your funds, better cash flow, greater control. And with auto settlement, it's done for you every day. Same-day settlement from Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Monday, June 29th. I am Sabrina Daly. A routine Sunday night at a busy San Pedro supermarket ended in bloodshed, heartbreak, and a growing mystery. Gunmen stormed the island supermarket and opened fire, killing businessman David Harmouche and security guard Daniel Jones, while injuring 2 other members of the Harmouche family. The attackers reportedly made their escape by boat, leaving police scrambling for answers. Now, with an investigation underway, residents are questioning whether the deadly shooting is linked to an earlier arson attack that targeted the same business. News 5's Paul Lopez has the story.
A deadly Sunday night attack at Island Supermarket on Ambergris Key has claimed the life of 2 individuals, that of businessman David Harmouche and security guard Daniel Jones. This incident has sent shockwaves through this community, many questioning why would anyone want these individuals dead. This morning, Wizam Harmouche stood behind the counter of his corner store, listening to the Quran on his radio while mourning the loss of his relative David.
I'm not sure what happened there. It was an unfortunate. He was shot dead and 2 other cousins.
Around 9 o'clock Sunday night, proprietor Ahmad Harmouche and his relative Ayman Harmouche re-entered Island Supermarket after stepping outside briefly. Just 2 minutes later, 4 armed men appeared at the entrance and opened fire. Ahmad, Ayman, and David Harmouche were all struck by gunfire. Despite efforts to save him, David succumbed to his injuries, turning a routine evening at the business into a deadly tragedy.
David been living here for like 20 years. He's actually married to one of the San Pedro girl, a grown Belizean, and they have like 6 or 7 child, I think. Yeah, he was known for a humble, hardworking guy. So I don't really know what's going on. I don't know what happened there.
The gunmen's violence extended beyond their apparent target. As they fled the supermarket, they opened fire on Daniel Jones, a security guard who was widely known and respected in the community. Investigators say a bullet ripped through the store's front door as Jones came under attack, claiming the life of a man many described as a dedicated former educator. His in-law spoke on behalf of the family.
I know him about 15 years ago. He was a good man, husband, and he was never a dad, right? But for my sons, he was a dad. He gave everything for my sons. He gave everything for his parents, for his brothers. He was so good person. I cannot remember anything bad or wrong he did, and this yes touched me, and I can't believe it.
Shock and disbelief have gripped both families. Daniel Jones, a security guard, and David Harmouche, a trusted employee of Ahmad Harmouche. The suspects then fled the scene by a boat that was docked nearby.
Thereafter, the male persons ran away across the street. Thereafter, they boarded a vessel, which then headed south of the island. We are currently conducting a thorough investigation. We have persons in custody, and the investigation continues at this time.
The assailants did not leave with anything from the store. Island Supermarket first opened its doors in December 2025, and only 3 days later, arsonists set the store on fire. But the Harmouche family rebounded and reopened the business last Monday, less than 7 days before the deadly attack.
Do you believe that this incident is linked to the arson back in December?
We do not know at this time.
Did you ever manage to get anyone in that case?
No, that investigation does not reveal any evidence to charge anyone at that time.
Members of the Lebanese community told News 5 they believe authorities missed warning signs during the arson investigation. Many argue that a more thorough probe could have helped prevent Sunday's deadly attack. Now 2 families are mourning the loss of the men who held their households together.
They never talk about any threatening or anything. I don't think if he would be threatened, like he would be working on that store or something. Like I say, I really don't know what happened there. It's a shock for everybody.
Like how my son said, Mom, my uncle teach me a lot. My uncle, he was very strict, and that's why I'm the boy that I am, because he teach me that way.
Both Ahmad and Ayman Harmouche were transported out of the country for medical treatment, where they remain in stable condition. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
Frustration and grief spilled onto the streets of San Pedro this afternoon as members of the island's Lebanese community took their calls for justice directly to the doorstep of law enforcement. Just after 3 o'clock, protesters gathered outside the San Pedro police station, demanding answers in the wake of the murders of businessman David Harmouche and security guard Daniel Jones. As tensions mounted, demonstrators used golf carts to block the police station perimeter, bringing traffic into the area to a halt. News 5 has also learned that Harmouche's family is seeking the release of his body so he can be laid to rest in his native Lebanon. We will continue to monitor this developing story. As San Pedro mourns the loss of businessman David Harmouche, those who knew him remember a man whose impact extended well beyond the business community. Harmouche was also active in public affairs, serving as a former delegate on the United Democratic Party's Belize Rural South Executive Committee. Today, News 5 spoke with UDP caretaker Senator Gabriel Zetina about the tragedy, the loss, and the legacy Harmouche leaves behind. Here's what he had to say.
I think many people do not know it's through David I got my first golf cart. He gave me 2 payments. And this was many, many years ago. So, but within the island, I mean, David has always been there, and even more so with the party, the UDP has always been there, whether through time, resources. He was a former executive member, and he would always show up for the party when it mattered the most as well.
How did it impact you when you heard the news last night?
I'm still in shock. I couldn't believe it. That's why I came, just to pay my respects. It hits heavy because he was trying to rebuild his store. He did a lot of sacrifices because the first time they burnt it down. And then this time around, he did a lot of sacrifices to try to get it reopened. And it's unfortunate that as he reopens it, this happens to him. And I can only now think about his kids and his wife, his family, how they might be feeling. And for us, it's a big loss. David was always there for us.
Area Representative for Belize Rural South, Andra Perez, posted a message of condolence on Facebook. He also wrote saying that he is confident law enforcement authorities will conduct a thorough investigation and bring those responsible to justice. After the break, a daring pre-dawn heist. Armed men stormed the Novelos bus terminal, restrained security guards, and broke into the business office. What were they after?
Gills Point in Belize is more than a coastline. It is home, a place shaped by the sea, by tradition, and by a community that has lived with nature for generations. But climate change is no longer a distant warning. In Gills Point, rising seas, coastal erosion, and stronger storms are already changing daily life.
The sea don't behave like it used to. The storms are stronger and the fish are few.
Each year, the water comes closer. Shoreline loss threatens homes, livelihoods, and the natural systems that protect this community.
We see the land disappearing. Each year, the water comes closer to our home.
But Gills Point is not standing still. With local action and community support, people are restoring mangroves, monitoring the coastline, protecting marine life, and teaching the next generation how to care for what sustains them.
I want to learn how to protect the sea, so when I grow, I can help save it.
Protecting Gills Point means protecting a way of life. When communities act early, restore nature, and invest in young people, they build resilience for the future.
Join us in protecting Belize's coastal communities. Together, we can protect what matters most.
No one should be up at this time. If you're still up, it's not you, it's your mattress. Because the right mattress changes everything. Sherwood Bedding Luxury Resort Pillow Top Mattress. Sleep better, wake better. Available at Design Depot. All in one place.
I have had several injuries, and usually I don't go to the hospital. I go to the private, and I don't want to see what that is kind of high. I slice here. For this, it's 1,200 just for the first time to clean it and to stitch it. Then every day for the first week, it's dressing. It's $300 just for that particular week, I paid $2,700. I'm a diabetic patient as well. The different medications that you have to buy. So that makes it triple challenge, I would say. Now in NHI, I get my medication free. The financial aspect is very important. Consider that it does help a lot.
It's not just cigarettes. Vapes, hookahs, cigars, and other tobacco products all release harmful smoke and toxic chemicals. When you smoke or vape, that cloud doesn't just disappear. It becomes second-hand smoke and third-hand smoke that others breathe in. This smoke can cause cancers, diabetes, lung disease, and heart problems. It can kill anyone exposed to it. If you smoke or vape, step outside, far from others. We all deserve to breathe clean air.
In Belize, change is taking shape every day. It all starts with Game Changers. Investing in modern transport, better health infrastructure, renewable power for all, digital transformation, and more opportunities for a brighter future, the European Union's Global Gateway Initiative is unlocking new potential. Game Changers are bringing this to life. Game Changers, empowering the future. Follow the EU in Belize to meet the Game Changers.
The wait is over. KTV is back and bigger than ever. Get ready for the KTV The Remix Season 8 premiere audition show on Tuesday, June 30th at 8 p.m. Who will impress the judges? Who will earn a golden opportunity to move on to night one? And who has what it takes to become Belize's next KTV superstar? From powerful vocals to unforgettable performances, the journey begins with the auditions. Don't miss the premiere of KTV The Remix Season 8, the audition show, Tuesday, June 30th at 8 p.m. One stage, one dream, one chance to call yourself the KTV champion. Only on Greater Belize Media.
The McKinn family in Dangriga is still reeling from the cold-blooded killing of their 16-year-old loved one, Isaiah Norales, on Sunday morning. Our team visited Dangriga and found a family who tried everything to remove a delinquent adolescent from troubling environments and bad company, but efforts to save his life fell tragically short.
Here in Dangriga, police are investigating the murder of 16-year-old Isaiah Norales. Just after 5 a.m. on Sunday morning, Isaiah was riding his bicycle right here on Penn Road when just after passing that speed bump, two men on a motorcycle ambushed. One of them pulled out a gun and fired several shots at him. Here is Assistant Commissioner of Police Gilberto Romero on what their investigation is telling them so far.
On Sunday around 5:30 a.m., police responded to a shooting in Dangriga. Upon the arrival, they saw a male person with gunshot injuries. He was identified as Isaiah Norales, 16 years. He was taken for treatment, where thereafter he succumbed to his injuries. Information is that he was riding a bicycle in the Bengoshe area when a motorcycle with two persons came and one of them fired shots towards his direction, causing his fatal injuries. For this murder investigation, we have two persons in custody at this time.
Isaiah had faced adversity his whole life. His mother died when he was just a year old, and his father has been incarcerated his whole life. His aunt Shirley McKinn stepped in and raised him as her own, surrounding him with the love, guidance, and support every child deserves. And his cousin, Charwell McKinn, was more like a sister than a relative, his confidant and closest companion. Yet even she says she never imagined that someone would want to take the life of the young man she loved as a brother.
When I get the news, I made it out, not why not. I saw him there, I hug her, we talk, tell me nothing that nobody gone to or nothing. So by the time I reach home, my little sister called and say he that I hospital, he get shot. I just about to go sleep. I had to jump up, me and my mom rushed to the hospital. I couldn't believe. I just see her out there. Don't tell me nothing.
What's the family hoping for at this point? You know that they can't replace his life, but the family is aware of who are the individuals responsible?
Yes, we are aware. He was able to say that who. So the police have that information and we're just hoping for justice. We just want justice. We don't want nothing else, just justice.
Isaiah's aunt says she sent him to live in Georgetown to get him away from the friends he was associating with in Dangriga. When that didn't work, she reached out to the police for intervention to get him into some program and off the street. Tragically, those warnings went unheeded, and now a promising young man is gone. Despite growing up without his parents, he persevered through life's challenges, searching for acceptance, purpose, and a place to belong.
Everybody get the different version of Isaiah. What I get was somebody very loving. He's very open. He shared everything with me. He was able to tell me everything, so I believe we will get justice.
Did he ever mention that his life was in danger or anything to you?
No, never.
While police say they already have 2 suspects in custody, Isaiah's family is now planning his funeral and wondering why someone would so brutally kill their teenage loved one. Reporting from Dangriga, I'm Shane Williams for News 5.
Another outbreak of gun violence has residents on edge, this time in Orange Walk District. Early Sunday morning, 28-year-old Eric Martinez was shot while inside a vehicle in what police believe was a targeted attack. Martinez survived and remains in stable condition. But the shooting adds to a violent weekend that claimed 3 lives across the country. As investigators work to determine a motive and identify those responsible, concerns continue to grow over the recent surge in gun-related crimes. Assistant Commissioner of Police Gilberto Romero has more on the case.
On Sunday around 3:15 a.m., police responded to a shooting in Orange Walk. Upon the arrival, they learned that a male person had been shot. He was identified as Eric Martinez. Information is that he was inside a vehicle along with another male person when they were followed by another vehicle. The occupants of that vehicle fired several shots towards their direction, causing the injuries to Eric Martinez. Eric Martinez is now listed in a stable condition and an investigation is being carried out. We have not established a clear motive. Information is that he had disputed someone in the past, and this person may have followed him in that vehicle.
No suspects detained yet?
We have 2 persons in custody at this time.
Police confirmed Martinez has no prior record with the department, and the search for the weapon continues. A drive through the Cayo district took a dangerous turn Saturday night when an off-duty police officer came under gunfire near Tea Kettle Village. Police say Special Patrol Unit Officer Eric Usher was behind the wheel when 2 men reportedly emerged from the bushes and opened fire, riddling his vehicle with bullets. Fortunately, Usher escaped without serious injury, but the incident has raised fresh concerns about the country's ongoing wave of violence. Investigators are now trying to determine who was behind the attack and what may have motivated it. Assistant Commissioner of Police Gilberto Romero has more.
Eric Usher, attached to SPU, reported that while he was driving his vehicle in the Yongyal area of Oran Creek, he saw 2 persons who came out of the bushes. After the male persons fired shots towards his vehicle. He then drove away and realized that his vehicle had been struck. His vehicle has several bullet holes. We are currently conducting an investigation into this report.
Do you find that report to be credible, or is it being questioned as the public is questioning?
Well, we are looking at all the facts, and we will do some ballistics as well, so that will determine what becomes of the report.
He was on duty?
He was off duty at the time.
Is there any indication that alcohol may have been involved?
I do not know at this time. Again, he made his report and we are following it up.
Police confirmed Usher had a licensed firearm which has been obtained for testing. A bold overnight robbery has added to growing concerns about crime in Belize City. Police say 3 armed men targeted the Novelos bus terminal in the early hours of Monday morning, overpowering security guards, tying them up, and forcing their way into the business office. The culprits reportedly made off with cash and 2 cell phones before escaping the scene. Now investigators are working to identify those responsible and determine how the robbery was carried out. Assistant Commissioner of Police Gilberto Romero has more on the case.
This morning I received a burglary report at the bus terminal. Police responded to the area where the security guards who were working at the time reported that they had been tied up by 3 male persons who were armed with firearms. They then took the keys for the office. They went into the office where they stole some cash, and they also stole 2 cell phones belonging to the security guards. I do not have the exact amount, but it's nothing over $800.
And surveillance footage?
Yes, we are looking at surveillance footage at this time.
Police could not confirm if the crime was carried out by men known to the guards, but say the investigation is still underway. For nearly 3 months, a Belizean family has woken up each day asking the same heartbreaking question. Where is Deborah Bree Arthurs? The 28-year-old mother vanished in late March after dropping off her son at the Belize City Water Taxi Terminal and beginning the journey home to Belmopan. She never arrived. 94 days later, with few answers and no major breaks in the investigation, her loved ones continue to search for hope amid growing uncertainty. As concerns mount over the country's increasing number of missing person cases, police say the investigation remains active. Today, Assistant Commissioner of Police Gilberto Romero provided the latest update on Arthur's disappearance.
Yes, that is an active investigation. We have several leads we are following up on, several statements that were recorded. Those are being compiled, and we see where we go from there.
What's the latest, what was the latest activity or action in relation to it?
The last information is that searches were done at several areas. Other leads were followed up, but at this time we have insufficient evidence to charge anyone for that case.
Amid the search for Bree Arthurs this month, the National Forensic Science Service announced its ongoing work to identify long unclaimed human remains, using mitochondrial DNA to put names to the nameless and bring long-awaited closure after years of uncertainty. Coming up, leaked invoices, repeated payments, and new questions. Why was a Mira-linked company receiving a series of Ministry of Defense payments, all just under the $10,000 mark?
In business, timing matters. Now, with Belize Bank's same-day settlement, transactions settled before 4 p.m. are deposited the very same night.
It's been a game changer for our cash flow. Waiting days to access our sales used to slow our business down. Now we can restock faster and pay our suppliers on time.
And with auto settlement, it's done for you every day. Same-day settlement from Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Kayo, we have exciting news for you. RFNG Life Insurance is now officially in your town. Now, you can visit our office to pay your life insurance premiums or speak to our dedicated agent, Mayeli, about securing your future with the right coverage.
Hi, my name is Mayeli Hoy, your designated agent here at RFNG Life in the Kayo District. I'm here to help you explore your options, answer your questions, and find the perfect policy for you and your loved ones.
Whether you're looking for life insurance, critical illness coverage, or future saving plans, we've got you covered. Take the first step towards securing a stable and prosperous financial future for you and your family. RFNG Life Insurance, now in Cayo. Visit us today or call to schedule an appointment. Your future starts here.
The next station is not just a place, it's the vacation capital of the world. Mexican Caribbean, the vacation capital.
Benny's is kicking off Father's Day with popping deals for dad. In the month of June, visit a Benny's store near you and get store-wide discounts on select items such as Milwaukee and Axie power tools, Char-Broil barbecue grills, car care products, Karcher pressure washers, Sankey smart TVs, gym equipment, and much, much more. Make dad happy with popping deals for dad in June, only at Benny's.
Benny's, Benny's, oh, Benny's, 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 oh.
Over the past 5 years, Digi has invested more than $17 million to revolutionize Belize's digital future. Our advanced 4G LTE network and expanded fiber infrastructure have empowered vital road arteries, connected the farthest valleys and fertile farmlands, linked the bustling cities to the remote keys, and brought cutting-edge connectivity to schools, businesses, healthcare centers, and tourist destinations, fueling economic growth, enhancing education, and strengthening communities across the nation. By choosing Digi, you're leading Belize's digital transformation, bridging distances, opening opportunities, and empowering every corner of our beautiful country. Connect with Digi. Empower Belize.
The biggest football event in the world is finally here, and Smart is giving you the chance to play and win. Before every match starts, predict who will win. The more predictions you make, the more chances you have to win. Get 1 point towards your total when you guess the winning team. Predict the exact score and earn up to 4 points. The top scorer at the conclusion of the World Cup wins the grand prize of $2,500 in cash. That's not all. Players get a chance to win weekly prizes. Plus, our quarter-final winner gets a watch party package. Play directly in the Smart app for just 50 cents per entry. Prediction starts June 1st to July 18, 2026. Don't just watch the World Cup. Play along and win with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
How can a precision-engineered and sustainably made tire change your world? A tire that gives you strength and safety when you need it most.
What we learn on the track, we innovate.
For the road. Bringing next-level quality and reliability to every drive. At GT, we believe our tires can deeply improve the driving experience for each and every one of us, whatever our goals. Enjoy driving. GT Tire.
I'm getting older and I need more medical attention, and this is perfect for me, because previous to that I only went to the hospital if I had an emergency. I had a brother-in-law and he was not feeling too good, and he said he went to the doctor, and the doctor said, well, you need to get a good checkup. And he said, but I need to work and make some money so I can address this issue. It happened that we were working by Santana, and he got worse. I had to come to New York. The next morning, Carlos, they took him to Belize. Before the day was up, he was dead. His pressure skyrocketed, and he couldn't be helped. He passed away. And that has repeated itself many times, simply because we didn't have what we have now. It's something very good for me. We've never had it before. And I see a lot of people participate. They come and they are grateful, just like myself, that this service is available.
Tonight, another Mira-associated company is at the center of mounting questions related to leaked SmartStream invoices and below $10,000 payments from the Ministry of Defense. According to leaked records, FT Williams & Associates submitted invoices to the Ministry of Defense between November and December 2021, with several of those bills carrying the title Mitsubishi. The Ministry of Defense made 5 payments of $9,603 in November and the same amount at the same value in December. So, does this mean that FT Williams & Associates, a business that their website describes as a mechanical company focused on providing air conditioning in Belize City, sold a Mitsubishi to the Ministry of Defense? 10 payments, all under $10,000. The invoice also shows works done for the Ministry of Rural Development and the Ministry of Finance, all around the same time. But those payments were for well above $10,000. Today, FT Williams issued a press release, as did Fast Construction. Both releases failed to address the SmartStream leaks, the multiple invoices, and the sub-$10,000 payments. A dispute over disaster relief funds is quickly turning into a political flashpoint in Belize rural south. Area Representative Andrew Perez is pushing back against allegations that grocery vouchers funded through relief programs are benefiting a business linked to his family. While Perez insists there has been no wrongdoing, critics argue the issue goes beyond politics and raises questions about transparency, accountability, and whether taxpayers are getting the best value for their money. Now, one of his political rivals is weighing in, adding fresh fuel to an already heated debate.
We have to clear the air too, because we need to know if we're getting value for our money. I mean, after this thing that happened with Oscar Mira, questions had to be asked, and when I hear his way of responding, he feels like we're attacking him or attacking his... No, sir, we're just trying to get answers. He signed up for this. Being a public officer, you have to be able to answer, especially when there is involvement of the public purse. But are they getting value? I mean, of course, I mean, a lot of people do need it. We're not saying no. But we also have to pose the question, especially when we're dealing with the handling of the public purse and the public's money, if we're getting value for our money.
Perez argues that the grocery bag program also helps to support the smaller grocery stores as opposed to large supermarkets. Tonight, Zetina fires back at criticism from San Pedro Mayor Wally Nunez over a planned UDP press conference that never took place. The press conference, which promised to reveal explosive findings from an audit of the council's finances, was abruptly canceled. Mayor Nunez chided Zetina and his team 2 weeks ago. Today, when we spoke with Zetina, he said the press conference is still coming, but they are waiting to get their municipal slate together to reveal their candidates at the same event. Here's how he puts it.
What happened is because we wanted to do several things simultaneously, which is one, to introduce the slate, and because of time constraint with other candidates, they're still working. Some of them have some stuff they need to sort out before they make their name publicly. And so that is why we have paused it, but it's not because we don't have the evidence. I mean, the evidence is there. I sent you the audit that they had conducted on the town council, and so it's there. I mean, we simply have to read and go through the document, and we will see it for ourselves. This is not something that I'm making up.
When can we expect this press conference?
We can expect it very soon. Tonight we're meeting with the elders and the central executive as well, coming in tonight. And so after this, then we will be having the press conference.
News 5 will follow the story and bring you the UDP's San Pedro slate when it's unveiled. Up next, the fight against plastic pouches is heating up. Nearly 40 organizations want a nationwide phase out, and they're calling on the government to start now.
Is not just a place. It's the vacation capital of the world, Mexican Caribbean. Do you know why we are the capital of vacations? Because no other place on earth brings together so many ways to vacation in one single destination. Every vacation imaginable. Mexican Caribbean, the vacation capital.
Belize wakes up connected to opportunity. And across our country, the work to keep Belize connected continues. SMART continues expanding our network across the country, bringing stronger coverage to more communities. With recent service enhancements in areas at Blue Creek and Progreso, Belize City, Orange Walk, and more on the way. We're bringing education closer to home, empowering entrepreneurs to grow their businesses, supporting industries that drive our economy, and keeping families connected wherever life takes them. With every expansion, we are investing in the infrastructure that moves Belize forward. Because connection isn't just about signal, it's about opportunity, progress, and the future we are building together. SMART, bringing people together.
If you're into news production, if you've got a sharp eye for what audiences care about, think quickly on your feet, and you're a strong writer, this could be your way into digital media. Greater Belize Media is looking for a digital associate. It's an entry-level, full-time position, and your chance to get hands-on experience in journalism and digital storytelling. Bring the energy, the curiosity, and the willingness to learn and work flexible shifts in a fast-paced media environment. Apply now by sending your CV and cover letter to gbtv@btl.net by July 1st, 2026.
Every day, thousands of plastic water pouches are tossed aside across Belize. Many end up clogging drains, littering streets, and washing into rivers and the sea. Now, a growing coalition of nearly 40 organizations, businesses, and institutions say enough is enough, urging the government to set a firm timeline for removing the single-use pouches from the market. Armed with new research showing that plastic accounts for most of the country's waste problem, the group is pushing for a nationwide shift toward reusable and refillable alternatives. But will policymakers take the next step? News 5's Brittany Gordon looks at the proposal and the government's response.
It's summertime, which means you're probably drinking a lot more water, and many of you are reaching for water pouches like these. They're cheap, convenient, and refreshing. But where do they end up when you're done with them? Are you tossing them in the trash, or are they ending up on the ground? Single-use water pouches have become one of Belize's most visible sources of plastic pollution, littering streets, waterways, and the coastline. Now, a coalition of nearly 40 organizations is calling for a phased 3-year ban that would begin with government events, expand into schools, and eventually eliminate the pouches nationwide. The proposal also promotes reusable alternatives to reduce waste and boost Belize's environmental credentials. Environmental consultant Alejandra Pedraza developed the plan after witnessing firsthand just how widespread the problem has become.
The phase out in 3 years, I came out with that idea because I work with policy, with environmental policy as well. So when you try to implement changes like really like one day to another, that creates like a lot of impact and a lot of reactions from the public. So when you just give the people like some time to adapt for it, is better. And of course, people you have more time for awareness, you have more time for implementing in a better way the things that you want to do, right? So yeah, basically that's why we came with this 3-year phase out. Probably if it needs to be longer, it can be longer.
Back in 2022, Belize banned several types of single-use plastics, including cups, straws, plates, and some plastic bags. But plastic pouches weren't on that list. Belizean law currently requires plastic products to contain at least 50% biodegradable material, allowing them to break down more easily over time. Chief Environmental Officer Anthony Mai says the department is still in discussion with importers and manufacturers to see how they can adapt to meet Belize's standards.
We had a sit down with the manufacturers individually, and we gave them a time frame for them to be able to adjust the system that they have to meet the national standards. The time frame, we believe, was reasonable because the manufacturers invest a significant amount of money in being able to produce these products, and they have expertise that were not locally available. They had to get expertise from abroad to come in and advise them on how to adjust the system to be able to meet the national standards.
Manufacturers have been given until December 2026 to meet Belize's plastic standards, but environmental advocates say the problem is far from solved. They argue that plastic waste continues to threaten wildlife, choke waterways, and pollute communities across the country, despite existing regulations aimed at reducing the environmental impact of plastics. Although there's a bin right here, just a few feet away, I counted several of these pouches in the drain amongst several other pieces of litter. The coalition, made up of universities, conservation groups, and tourism stakeholders, argue that a phased national ban would curb visible waste and elevate Belize as a regional leader in tackling plastic pollution, with environmental activist Brianna Zabane Boyd among those signing on in support.
In a year and 4 months, I did about 10 cleanups throughout the South, and I tracked them all through Clean Swell, which is tracking up through Oceania. And it estimated to about like 1,200 pounds of garbage in that time frame. And majority of it, if I remember correctly, were single-use plastics, like not specific to the water pouches, but also the juice pouches, that you'd find about as well. So when I heard of the campaign of the, banning or mitigating the single-use plastics concerning the water pouches, it was a no-brainer for me.
The Department of the Environment is not ruling out the proposal, but officials say they want to tackle the issue step by step.
I think that's a very fair and reasonable approach. And so for us, what we need to do is, a decision like this cannot be made solely by the Department of Environment because, again, it wouldn't be transparent. And so we plan to meet with the key stakeholders that are involved with importing and manufacturing these products. In fact, our record suggests that we have about 36 different companies that import various types of water pouches or pouches in general. And so we need to meet with each one of them, present the idea to them, try to kind of understand how this will impact their internal processes, etc., and then collect all information and we make a final determination.
In the meantime, the department has rolled out a nationwide anti-litter campaign, distributing garbage bins to municipalities, helping villages improve waste collections, and clearing nearly 350 illegal dump sites. Authorities are also strengthening enforcement by expanding ticketing powers to local officials and police. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Students in Indian Church Village are one step closer to a modern learning environment. Government officials, educators, and residents today broke ground for a new school that will more than double the campus's current capacity while creating improved classrooms and learning spaces for future generations. Minister of State in the Ministry of Education, Ramon Cervantes, says the project reflects government's commitment to expanding access to quality education in rural communities. Indian Church Principal Sonia Tun says the long-awaited development represents hope and a brighter future for the village's children.
Today marks a very special occasion for the students and for the families of Indian Church and the neighboring communities, as we plant the seed for a new school here in Indian Church. This investment in educational infrastructure is a testament that our government is serious in making education accessible to all. This project will create more modern educational space to support the current and future needs of the students, of the teachers, and of the community. It will help in the development of our people, our human capital, especially in the rural areas, such as Indian Church. This school will accommodate more than double the number of students that are currently enrolled, and it will provide more space for creative, innovative, motivated, and inspired students.
So I am glad of experiencing this moment along with the community. It's like, when you have never seen rain and you feel it, it feels like that. Here in Indian Church, this groundbreaking is more than a construction project. It is a promise that our children will walk into classrooms that inspire them, that nurture their talents, and that prepare them to contribute meaningfully to their families, their communities, and their nation.
The project falls under Phase 2 of the Belize Education Sector Reform Project and is financed by the Caribbean Development Bank. The Miss Universe Belize franchise has entered a new chapter, officially transitioning to new ownership after its sale to an organization in El Salvador. This month, the franchise announced Destiny Wagner, Belize's first Miss Earth, as the national director, who will oversee the national pageant system and lead preparations for Belize's representative at Miss Universe. With the call for applicants already open, we caught up with Wagner today for more details on the pageant and her new role in the industry. News 5's Brittany Gordon reports.
The 75th Miss Universe pageant is fast approaching, and excitement is building in both Belize and around the globe. The pageant is set to take place in Puerto Rico in November 2026, leaving Belize with just 5 months to crown a delegate and prepare. The Miss Universe franchise in Belize is undergoing a major change, with new leadership taking charge. This month, former Miss Earth winner Destiny Wagner was revealed as the new national director. She says the offer came as a major surprise.
The day before they announced me as the national director of Miss Universe, the night before I signed my contract. So it was just everything was so sudden. Everything was it was just presented to me. They were in Belize and we had a meeting. I initially thought that they wanted me to sponsor Belize Pilates as the official Pilates studio of the pageant, which would have been amazing, and we're still going to do that. But when they asked me to be the national director, I was a bit hesitant at first, but after seeing everything that they had planned, they had a whole proposal. They did a lot of research on the culture of Belize, the people of Belize, and our history and pageants in Belize. So that's how I was sold.
The franchise was bought by a production company called America's Events, which is primarily based in El Salvador, with other branches in the United States and across Central America.
I don't think that international or foreign investment is a bad thing when it comes to building local talent here. I don't think that should be the way that we view it. And a lot of pageants in Miss Universe or Miss Earth, whichever pageant, they have a lot of franchisees that don't live in that country but own the franchise. But what they bring is valuable resources that the young woman can benefit from. So I know that I am the face of this, but I wouldn't put myself in a situation to deteriorate or hurt these young delegates or my country. I have Belize's best interest at heart, and I always will.
Wagner acknowledges that the time span is limited for contestants, recalling just having 2 weeks to prepare for her own Miss Earth pageant. However, she encourages Belizean women to embrace the opportunity. She says that the why you're doing it has to be greater than the how you're doing it, and promises that the delegates will be supported and given the right tools to prepare for the stage.
My vision is definitely going to be based on collaboration. This is not something that I can do by myself. This is not something that Belize can do by itself. This is something where we want to invite everyone who is willing to collaborate with us. We want to give our delegate the best opportunity, give her the most resources. So whether that's in-house or whether that's abroad, when we come together, we want to make her a force to be reckoned.
The Miss Universe Belize pageant is scheduled for mid-August, with the casting call to be held on July 4th at Belize Pilates. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Still ahead, Sports Monday with Shane Williams.
Insurance fact. Did you know with Home Protector Insurance, construction projects can receive insurance coverage from start to finish? We offer a variety of bonds. This includes bid bonds, advance payment bond, performance bonds, or others. Let Home Protector be a part of your team and help safeguard you through your next project. Visit any Home Protector Insurance office near you to learn more.
As a small business, I started to attend pop-up shops like many other businesses, and we found that our customers wanted to pay by card and not cash. I went to Atlantic Bank, and immediately, without a problem, it's like, yes, you can have a POS system. That POS system we now use in-house, and we can also take it countrywide wherever we are. They were willing to take the time. They were willing to be patient with us as we grew our business, and that for us, that meant the world.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
The biggest football event in the world is finally here, and Smart is giving you the chance to play and win. Before every match starts, predict who will win. The more predictions you make, the more chances you have to win. Get 1 point towards your total when you guess the winning team. Predict the exact score and earn up to 4 points. The top scorer at the conclusion of the World Cup wins the grand prize of $2,500 in cash. That's not all. Players get a chance to win weekly prizes. Plus, our quarterfinal winner gets a watch party package. Play directly in the Smart app for just 50 cents per entry. Prediction starts June 1st to July 18, 2026. Don't just watch the World Cup. Play along and win with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
Join us as we mark World Parliament Day with a closer look at the role Parliament plays in Belize's democracy and why it matters to every citizen. Then, discover how Belize City IT Vet is equipping students with practical skills that lead to real career opportunities. We'll also spotlight a basketball program that's been doing more than developing athletes. It's raising funds to provide young players with the equipment they need to succeed. And meet one of Belize's young male beauticians who's challenging stereotypes and proving that talent has no gender. Start your morning informed and inspired. Join us at 6:30 a.m. on Open Your Eyes.
Every connection we make is more than just a signal. It's a student unlocking a future through digital education. A young mind daring to dream bigger. Our culture shared with the world in real time. And everyday heroes answering the call of civic duty. When we connect with Digi, we empower Belize.
We're ready for the road. We're ready for the road. So we're ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. 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 Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready.
This summer, the nation's top young athletes come together for Super Nationals 2026. From June 22nd to June 23rd, Primary School Super Nationals. And from June 29th to July 3rd, High School Super Nationals. 6 districts, 4 sports, 1 stage. Football, basketball, volleyball, kids athletics, and athletics. Belize's future champions competing for pride, glory, and the chance to be seen. This is more than a tournament. This is the future of Belizean sports. Super Nationals 2026, where champions ride.
Sports Monday is brought to you by the National Sports Council of Belize. The Belize City Defenders land the first blow against the Running Rebels in the NEBL Finals. Belize District Softball goes into round 2, and Derek Chavarria rides impressively in the U.S. cycling circuit. But first, we bring to you a ceremony fitting for Belize's best young athletes at Super Nationals. Over 600 of the most physically gifted Belizean teenagers march into Belize City today to compete in the country's first ever Super Nationals tournament. The event marks a major milestone for the National Sports Council, with Minister of State Devin Daly widely regarded as the blueprint for Belizean student athletes leading today's parade.
This is what sports is all about, creating energy, showcasing the young people in the element, and ultimately giving back to the sport.
What do you hope Super Nationals develop into?
I hope it gets into something whereby we have commitments from across our ministries. We actually budget for it in the coming years. And ultimately what we hope to get from this is that we hold the young people's hands who are trying to do the right things, especially expressing that through sport. And ultimately we pick the best of the best from these kind of tournaments and events to help support our national teams.
The ceremony at the Civic featured various cultural performances, including traditional dancing and historic sporting exhibitions. The Super Nationals bring together intra-district rivals, sitting together wearing the same colors and representing something bigger than their school and even themselves, their community. They also get to display their raw potential in front of top sports executives in the country.
I would not be here if it wasn't for sport. Who would have thought somebody that came from Iguana Street Extension, when I may ascend to being one of 31, to lead this country today, and all that was possible through the help and the support of sports. So I won't be here forever. Minister Mala won't be here forever, and ultimately this is our future. So we're investing in them.
That investment is not in a competition. Super Nationals provides a platform for talent, a celebration of culture, and a pathway for developing the country's next generation of athletic stars. The next great Belizean star athlete was very likely in the Belize Civic Center today at the first ever Belize Super Nationals. Now, let's take a look at the top scores and top performances this past weekend. The Belize City Defenders managed to hold off the tough and gritty Orange Walk Rebels in Game 1 of the National Elite Basketball League Finals on Saturday. They defended the city behind an MVP-like performance from Nigel Hoop Kid Jones. The score 71-57 doesn't tell just how close this one was and what kind of series Hoops fans can look forward to in the weeks to come. In the Unified Belize District Softball Fast Pitch Tournament, both games ended on final at-bats on Friday night in Sand Hill. In a back-and-forth opening game, it was the Belize Bank Lady Bulldogs who managed to erase a 5-1 deficit, overcome costly late-inning error, and secure a walk-off victory. In the male game, Wolfpack roared back late from a 4-1 deficit to win 6-5 in extra innings. The 6 other games in Sand Hill and Lordsbank Village this weekend were non-competitive. Before we wrap up, congratulations are in order for Belizean great Derek Chavarria for making the podium on 2 stages of the Baker City Cycling Classic this weekend. Chav finished third in a 78-mile road race for Stage 1 before winning the Stage 3 criterium. We await the results of the 101-mile final stage road race, but extend congratulations to Chavarria and Jalen Briseño, who is also performing extremely well. The future of Belizean cycling shines blindingly bright. Well, that is all we have for you this week in Sports Monday, brought to you by the National Sports Council of Belize. I'm Shane Williams reminding you that friendly competition unites and balling is life, so keep balling, Belize!
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.